Welcome back to this little special we're doing. Today we're going to be building a shadow box. A little idea I came up with not too long ago of taking something old and rather than letting it get thrown away or recycled, we'll turn it into something new, a piece of art. We found this little box, which is, what size was it?
It was 11 by 17 with 2-inch depth.
Should fit our needs just fine. Today we are making the shadow box out of a PS3 controller. We previously did a video on tearing it apart. We mentioned doing something special like this. Not something I've really ever tried myself. I've only seen a little bit of it done before, but hey, first time for everything. Let's start then by laying out the parts. A bunch of them will have been pre-tacked. Set them up beforehand in just places that I thought would go good. The way I decided to attach them, I found these small little craft nails, and then in some parts I used a bit of super glue to adhere them in the back. Others I was able to just slot them in with a little bit of tension. And other parts, you know, lightweight parts, we'll actually just probably glue straight down. One glob and small drops should be plenty. We also have a couple screws. I've got an idea for how I'm going to get those in the board, but we'll see as we go. As I said before, start by laying it out. Hey, if it's not perfect, who cares? It's ours. Speaking of, we got that little plaque. Something we mocked up in-house and printed in-house as well. Just thought it would add a little bit of flair to it. Probably go right down here at the bottom. You know, it's definitely has 3D printing marks, but I think that only adds to it. After all, this is a handmade piece, not something that's like designed for mass appeal. So, best show that it's has handmade quality to it.
You mean we're not making high art?
I think part of the fun of it's just going to be figuring it out as we go. You know, a bit like as a kid when you're slowly building something out of Lego. We won't be adding the battery into this today. You would have seen it in the teardown video, but I thought it was probably not the best idea to leave a battery in something that's going to be adhered permanently. We recycled it, just like we do all of our batteries here. Triangle, square, circle, X, right?
I thought you were a gamer, Jacob. How do you not know this offhand?
Because Xbox is different, Switch is different, PlayStation is different. And then my Mad Catz controller has got some weird symbols nobody's ever seen before. So why don't we start then by gluing this down.
Okay.
And then I can put the screws in right above it and we can work our way up. Right about there. I made a little guide for the screws. I guess I can move that out of the way. And put it right above it. Right there. Make some holes.
What is your favorite controller of all time?
See, because if I were to say the Steam controller, people would call me crazy.
I think there's plenty of Steam controller defenders out there.
If there are no Steam controllers, I am dead. If there's one Steam controller lover, it is me. I don't know how that line goes. Alright, well, it's not a straight line, even though it's supposed to be, but hey. Nails right there. So, let's go something like this. Alright. Bam. Easy. There we are. Something like shove that in. Not going anywhere. I think these sticks were technically omnidirectional, like they could go on either side. I could be wrong. Let's just put the spring on the inner side. Circles on the right. X on the bottom. Triangle at the top. Square on the left. You know, I didn't know how this would turn out, but it seems to be going pretty well. You know, I'd rather these go face down, but that would require cutting off the tail. I don't really want to do that, so we're gonna leave them like that. These are standoffs in the middle, though. I want it to stay at an even level. Should have glued some kind of screws to the top. Thought I would keep that part as one piece, but it had other plans. I guess we'll figure out what we're doing this. I think there's a couple of places to put some screws in. Or nails. A little hole right there. Sitting vertically, it shouldn't be too bad. Once I pick it up, I can push the screws in just a little bit more, maybe bend off the ends, and then it'll never come out. Alright, that's more stable. Now what do we do with you? Just go through the damping layer that's on the rumble pack and straight through to the cloth underneath. Holds it in place. It's like it has a built-in holder. Now this one's kind of off. Maybe I should, no, I'll do it over here. So yeah, now we have everything pinned to it. I think it turned out quite well, honestly. Left a little bit more open space than I think I was truly expecting. But once it gets inside the box, a lot of that space will just disappear. Once we're sure all the glue is set, we'll put it back in there and we'll see how it looks. You know, I think it turned out quite well, especially for our first time. It's a great way to take old technology and turn it into a piece of art. I would definitely hang this on my wall. If you want us to do something like this in the future, let us know. We may try something more exotic like a GPU. Thank you all for watching.